Our topic today is how to select a pond contractor, and we have a very special guest, authorized Helix contractor, to introduce to you. Welcome to the show, everyone. Today I'm going to introduce you to Dominic Caroni of SoCal Ponds, and he is an authorized Helix pond contractor, Southern California.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little about, first of all, thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And tell us a little bit about your company.
Well, we design, build, maintain, repair any pond, koi pond, water garden, you name it, we do it.
Even pondless waterfalls, disappearing
yeah.
falls,
Yes,
all that stuff.
You betcha.
Okay, cool. And tell us about your service area. I want people to know, like, the boundaries of where you'll go.
Well, we're based in Sun Valley, but we do San Gabriel Valley, Sun Valley, which is Arcadia, Monrovia, Pasadena, La Cañada, La Crescenta, Glendale, Burbank, all the way over to Silver Lake, Northridge, Beverly Hills.
That's a big area.
It's a good area.
You got some good clients at Beverly Hills?
Sure.
They're all good clients.
Yeah, they're
right?
all good, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I want you to tell the viewers what your favorite thing about being a pond contractor is. What's your favorite thing about it?
I really enjoy the finished product, the end product. You know, watching the homeowner enjoy that pond. Come home at the end of the day, they have a drink, they sit back, enjoy it, talk to their fish. That's good, especially when they shed a tear or two. That's always good.
When they shed a tear?
Yeah.
Don't tell me you've had ladies cry.
Oh yeah, I finished one, her husband, or wife and husband. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's amazing. I got to tell you, that's my bucket list item. As long as I've been building ponds, I've never seen the woman like break out in tears, or the man for that fact, because men do it too,
Sure
even
do.
the macho ones.
Yep.
One time I almost had this lady in tears. I knew she was going to cry, and I was like, yes, this is going to be the moment I get to see the tears flow. And she turned around and ran in the house. I didn't get to see it in person. My guys have all seen it.
Almost.
All my crews have seen ladies cry, men cry, but not me. One of these days.
Someday.
It's a bucket list item. So
good stuff.
that is fun stuff, because the final product is what keeps me going too, because, you know, let's face it, being in business is stressful sometimes. You're running employees, people are sick, you know, there's insurance, all this stuff.
Definitely.
I mean, the day-to-day business end of it can be stressful sometimes, but I love being a pond contractor for that reason.
Yeah.
You know, I love to do that stuff.
All worth it.
So, tell us, I mean, our businesses are very similar, so I want to know what your biggest frustration with ponds in your valley, in your areas, and see if there's
See a lot of poor craftsmanship, you know, cutting corners, shortcuts, things, under-filtered ponds that, you know, people want these nice koi and they have a very small filter, and it just leads to disaster, as we all know. So
is that with the homeowners making those shortcuts?
It's usually other companies, other contractors.
Other pond contractors?
Yeah.
I mean, I find both. I find the homeowners cutting corners to save money, or maybe getting tired of the dig, and maybe the pond's a little too small. But I see the contractors make that same mistake as well.
Yeah, it's usually, you know, budget related. So they want, you know, they want a big pond and a small budget, and it doesn't always work out that way. And the contractor wants to work, so they do what they can.
Right. And when they cut the corners, and that's when we run into trouble. And the goals and the expectations of the homeowner are different than what they get.
Right.
So that is a big problem. That's what I find. And in talking to the other contractors across the states, you know, and our network, of course, we see that happen a lot. So today, you know, the episode of Ask the Pond Digger today is more about how to select the right pond contractor. I mean, that's the premise of what we're shooting today. So I want you to give the viewers, and remember, we're talking global here. We got people in the UK and Thailand, I mean, but all across the United States. If they're looking for a pond contractor, what would be give us a tip?
Best thing they can do is go out and actually physically look at the ponds. Go to the homeowners, you know, travel, make a day out of it, check them all out. Talk to the homeowner, look at the pond, see how it's working, see how it's functioning, all that kind of good stuff. Pictures and website and stuff like that, you know, it's great, but actually seeing the pond is huge.
Seeing the pond, I mean...
in person.
Yeah, because you can take a picture from a pond, and it's not that great of a pond, but you can make the picture look really good.
Definitely.
I see that as a problem. I know even a lot of pond contractors out there are using photographs on their websites, and it's not even their ponds, right?
Oh yeah, it happens all the time.
It's good when you can get a tour. We actually provide what we call personal pond tours sometimes if someone's, you know, on the edge. I actually gave a customer a proposal for a couple different ponds. It was outside his budget, and he was like, I'm done. And I thought I wouldn't talk to him again. And I called him up and I said, I will take you on a personal pond tour, and I'll show you that it will be worth that money.
Sure.
And I took him around, and he ended up building the pond. He's a good client to this day. So I think the personal pond tour is really key because it gives the customer, real satisfaction knowing that you can deliver the work that you say you're going to do. So that's a good thing. I would say that one of the tips I would give is, check out their business credentials. You can go to the contractors board. In California, for example, you have to have a contractor's license. In a lot of states, you don't have to. But, if you're in a state where there's some contractor state requirements, it's good to just check out their business name and make sure they're in good standings. Make sure their license isn't suspended, or, that's part of being a good contractor, is doing that end of the business work and delivering the good product. Right. So I would say check on some business credentials. I think that's really important. Yep. What? Give us another tip. Let's give at least 3 tips today. You got the third one.
If a pond contractor comes in and builds you the pond and then just seems to get out real quick, that's kind of a red flag. So you want to know, do they offer maintenance? Do they follow up? Maintenance is a big key. If you have a contractor who's not going to do the maintenance, he may not, do a quality product to begin with because he knows that he's not going to deal with it, in 6 months.
Right.
So
no, that's huge.
Maintenance is a big deal.
If you're dealing with a company, and I think that's huge, and most of, I think all the authorized Helix contractors, they're all maintenance guys. They
should be.
A lot of them have retail. A lot of them do either annual maintenance or monthly maintenance. Right. And I think that's huge. A lot of my clients don't. They want to maintain the pond themselves, and maybe they just have us out for seasonal stuff. But a lot of companies, a lot of pond contractors, they don't even offer any services like that. They're in, they're out, they get their money, they're gone. And just like you said, when the problems hit a year later or 2 years later, they're done and they're washed their hands, their warranty's all done. And so I think it speaks volumes when the company is offering those kind of services. I think that's huge. Yeah. Well, I don't want to keep everyone here all day. I know you're busy. You probably got some stuff to do today. I want to make sure that the viewers know I want people to do their homework. When you're looking for a pond contractor, a little bit of homework is going to save thousands of dollars of headache. I mean,
for sure.
Right?
No, definitely.
Thousands of dollars of headache.
Yep. Tens of thousands.
Sometimes we come in and we have to tear out an old pond and put it back in. I mean, the person's paying almost double for the pond if they would have done a little bit of homework at the get-go. Take them to see the pond. Ask the pond contractor to see the ponds. Check their license, their credibility, and then find out if they do some maintenance services. And that's going to be good signs to let you know you're on the right track to picking the right pond contractor. I'm going to leave it with the question of the day like we always do. But before I do that, I want to make sure that everyone knows that if you're in the San Gabriel area, you're in the North LA Basin, Dominic Caroni is the guy to call from SoCal Ponds, authorized Helix pond contractor. But the question of the day we're going to leave them with is, I want to know what city and what state the viewers are in. If you're watching right now, tell me what city and state you're in. I'm connected with guys like Dominic all across the state. Good guys, and there's good possibility I can connect you with another Helix contractor. So that's it for today. If you want your questions answered on our show, you know how to do it. #AskThePondDigger. We'll do our very best to answer on the show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for having us.